Your cat is watching you far more closely than you realize. Not in a dramatic way, not with constant attention, but in small, steady moments scattered throughout the day. While you move through your routines, answer messages, prepare food, sit down, stand up, leave the room, return again, your cat is collecting information. Not about what you say, not even about what you do deliberately, but about how you move through space, how predictable you are, how often you pause instead of reach. Many people believe love is something cats feel once their basic needs are met. Food appears on time, the litter box is clean, a bed is warm. But for cats, love forms earlier and more quietly than that. It begins in interpretation, in whether your presence feels safe, in whether your actions remain consistent, in whether your attention arrives gently or demands something in return. Long before a cat chooses to sleep beside you, rub against your legs, or respond to their name, they decide something more fundamental. They decide how you make them feel when nothing is being asked. And every day, without realizing it, you give them answers. The way you approach. One of the first things cats notice is not what you do, but how you begin. The moment you enter a room, the way you cross space, the speed of your movements, the direction of your body, all communicate something before touch ever happens. Cats are highly sensitive to approach patterns. In the wild, approach predicts intention. Slow means uncertain. Direct means purposeful. Sudden means danger. When you move toward your cat without urgency, without expectation, and without closing the distance too quickly, something important happens internally. Their nervous system stays calm. Their muscles remain loose. Their attention stays open instead of defensive. You may not think of this as love, but your cat experiences it as respect. Over time, cats begin to associate certain people with safe beginnings. They learn who allows choice at the start of every interaction. And those people, almost without exception, become the ones cats choose to remain near. Not because they offer more affection, but because they never rush toward it. What you don't do matters more. There is a common misunderstanding about love, especially in human-animal relationships. We tend to measure it by action, by how often we engage, touch, speak, or seek closeness. But cats often measure love through restraint, through what you choose not to do when you could. When you allow a cat to exist without constant engagement, without demands for attention, without interruption, you give them something rare: control. And for cats, control is deeply comforting. It allows them to observe without pressure, to approach without obligation, to withdraw without consequence. Many cats begin bonding during moments when nothing happens. When you sit quietly, when you focus elsewhere, when your presence feels predictable and emotionally neutral. These moments lower vigilance. They allow curiosity to replace caution. And slowly, love begins forming in the absence of force. The language of space. Cats do not experience closeness as a fixed state. Their comfort with distance changes throughout the day, influenced by mood, energy, environment, and trust. What feels inviting in the morning may feel overwhelming in the evening. What felt safe yesterday may feel intrusive today. When you notice these shifts, when you adjust rather than insist, your cat takes note. They recognize when you stop before crossing an invisible boundary. When you remain just far enough away for them to stay relaxed. When you allow them to choose when space closes. One of the clearest signs of trust appears when a cat turns their back to you. To humans, it may seem indifferent, but to a cat, it is an offering. Their most vulnerable side exposed without fear. This posture is not casual. It is reserved for those who have proven, repeatedly, that proximity does not come with threat. The comfort of repetition. Cats live in patterns, not because they dislike novelty, but because predictability signals safety. When daily interactions follow a rhythm, the world feels stable. Food arrives when expected. Play unfolds in familiar ways. Quiet returns afterward. This rhythm allows the nervous system to rest. When your actions remain consistent, not perfect, just reliable. Your cat relaxes into you emotionally. They stop scanning for unpredictability. They lower their guard. And only in this lowered state does deeper attachment form. Love for a cat is not excitement. It is the absence of tension. It is knowing what comes next. It is recognizing that your presence does not disrupt balance, it restores it. Love without touch. Touch is not the primary love language for cats. Often, it is not even the most meaningful one. Instead, cats communicate affection through subtle exchanges. A contact that softens, blinks that slow deliberately, attention that drifts without fixation. When you meet your cat's gaze and then look away slowly, you are doing something profound. You are choosing vulnerability. You are signaling peace. You are telling them, without words, that there is no challenge here. Over time, cats respond in kind. The exchange becomes mutual. Voice works similarly. Cats learn the emotional tone beneath words. They recognize cadence, calm speech patterns, emotional steadiness. Many cats adjust their own vocalizations to match the humans they trust most, forming a private rhythm that belongs only to that relationship. The scent of belonging. Long after you leave a room, your presence remains. In clothing, in furniture, in blankets, cats experience love through scent more deeply than sight or sound. Your scent tells them who you are when you are gone. It carries information about safety, familiarity, and emotional state. When cats seek out your clothes, sleep where you were sitting, or rub against you repeatedly, they are not asking for attention. They are creating a shared identity, a blended scent that says, "This space includes us both." This is one of the quietest, deepest forms of bonding cats experience. It does not announce itself. It does not demand response, but it forms the foundation of belonging. When love becomes familiar, there is a moment in every bond when love stops announcing itself. With cats, this moment arrives quietly. One day, they no longer watch you with caution. They no longer measure your movements or calculate distance. Your presence becomes part of the background of safety, something stable enough to lean on without thinking. This is when affection changes shape. It's no longer about attention or closeness. It becomes familiarity. The way your footsteps sound normal instead of alerting. The way your breathing no longer interrupts rest. The way your absence is noticed, but not feared. Cats do not cling to what they trust. They settle into it. When your cat remains relaxed as you move through the room, when they don't follow you anxiously or leave when you sit down, when they continue resting while you exist nearby, that is not indifference. That is security. And security is what love looks like once it no longer needs to be tested. At that point, your cat isn't responding to what you do. They're responding to who you've consistently been. Before we finish, let's slow everything down for a moment. Because what your cat notices each day isn't dramatic. It isn't loud. It doesn't arrive all at once. Love for a cat is built quietly. In the pauses you allow, the space you respect, the consistency you return to even when nothing seems to happen. Your cat is not asking for perfection. They are not keeping score. They are simply observing whether your presence feels safe enough to relax into, whether your attention arrives gently, whether your routines remain steady, whether you allow them to choose closeness rather than needing to claim it. And when those small moments repeat, once a day, again and again, something settles inside them. Trust becomes familiar. Your scent becomes grounding. Your movements become predictable. Love stops being something they question and becomes something they expect. So if your cat sits near you without asking anything, if they turn their back to you, if they sleep where you were just moments ago, that is already the answer. They know how you love, not because you proved it loudly, but because you showed it quietly. What cats already know. Your cat is not waiting for grand gestures. They are not counting treats. They are not measuring affection by intensity. They are watching something simpler. How you move, how you pause, how you allow space, how you return again and again without pressure. Love to a cat is not something you perform. It is something you repeat. And if your cat chooses to stay near you, to relax in your presence, to expose their vulnerable moments without fear, they already know how you love, sometimes long before you do.